Hey there, mums and dads. You and I both know that unexpected expenses and emergencies do happen. They will happen. It's part of life. The question is, do your kids know this? Because helping our kids prepare for the unexpected, especially from a financial perspective, is key to helping them stand on their own 2 feet financially. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a letter that I wrote to my kids telling them how important it is that they always have a rainy day fund. Hey there guys, welcome to day 10 of my 366-day journey to teach my kids everything they need to know about money. And I'm hoping that you're able to follow along and that this is inspiring you to teach your kids about money. Today we're looking at the importance of a rainy day fund, and I was helped in this discussion by a freak storm that we had here in Canberra just a week or so ago, where literally we had hailstones somewhere between the size of golf balls and the size of baseballs that damaged at least 10,000 cars, put holes in windows, skylights, pergolas, you name it. There was damage all over the place, and the repair bill is going to be pretty big. But it was a good opportunity for me to talk to my kids about the fact that unexpected expenses do occur. So here's the letter. Hey kids, I know that I've talked to you a lot about the importance of living to a budget. Yes, I know, that's the understatement of the year. But it is important to recognize that even the best budget will never be able to cover every expense that we face. There will always be unexpected expenses and emergencies that we simply cannot predict or budget for. I know, shock horror, but it's a reality, kids. There are some things we can't budget for. Like taking a sick pet to the vet. Yes, we can put money aside for the vet for their annual checkups, but we don't know when something really big is going to come along. Needing surgery to attach a hamstring after falling off an elephant in Thailand. Something we all know a bit about. Or a freak hailstorm like the one we saw last week. Like us, thousands of people across Canberra have had their homes and cars damaged, and before the insurance companies can fix the damage, most people will need to pay $500 to $1,000 excesses. I will explain to you what an excess is another day, but for now you just need to understand that before we can get our windows fixed, before we can get our skylights fixed and our pergola fixed, we need to pay $500 to the insurance company. $500, that was not in the budget. Fortunately, we do have a rainy day fund, or perhaps in this instance, we should call it a Haley Day fund. The purpose of a rainy day fund is to cover the 10% of expenses we simply cannot anticipate or budget for. This is our buffer against the unexpected. One of the most common reasons why young people get themselves into financial difficulty is that they don't plan for the unexpected. Or worse, they believe that a credit card can be their cash reserve. Never do this. So kids, as we saw last week, unexpected expenses and emergencies do come up. So we always need to have a rainy day fund to cushion us when they do. When you buy your first car, this should be at least $3,000. And when you leave home, it should be at least $5,000. And this money should be tucked away in a separate savings account, never to be touched, except in the case of an emergency. This is simply wise financial management. Love, Dad. So mums and dads, I was using, and I want you to think about this, is that sometimes some of the topics we've got to cover with our kids can be pretty boring. Of course, I mentioned insurance in there, a boring topic. Fortunately, because of the recent events that we've had here in Australia, it gives me a really good opportunity to talk to our kids about insurance, for instance, in a way that is very, very real and practical to them. So it's really important that we use stories, we use examples from real life to teach our kids these important principles. In this instance, I was talking to them about the importance of a rainy day fund. All of my kids know other kids that have just bought cars, they got severely damaged during the hailstorm, and understand that these kids have insurance, and they also should have had a rainy day fund to cover the excess they needed to pay to their insurance company. Now, the reality is a lot of them didn't, and they're struggling with that now. So here are the key points. Firstly, we will never be able to anticipate or budget for unexpected expenses and emergencies. Never. We know they'll occur, we just don't know what they'll be or how much they will cost. Unexpected expenses are just a natural part of life, so we need to be telling our kids this. The best way to prepare for unexpected expenses is to have a rainy day fund that is separate from their budget. A rainy day fund should be held in a separate bank account, really important. Keep it away in a separate bank account, and it should be at least $3,000 when our kids own a car and at least $5,000 when they start renting. And if they own their own home, it should be at least $10,000. Because the unexpected will occur, and the last thing we want our kids to have to do is to turn to debt to solve a short-term problem, because that debt is only going to then make it harder for them to get by in the future. So there we go, mums and dads, the importance of having a rainy day fund. And to continue following my journey as I teach my kids everything they need to know about money over the next 12 months, please click on the subscribe button, my left, your right, click on that button, and together we can teach our kids everything they need to know about money so they can live their lives, pursue their dreams free of money worries.